Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today we are going to see about a concept called arrays in programming and two types of arrays, one-dimensional and two-dimensional arrays. Definition of an array. An array is nothing but a linear data structure consisting of a similar data type elements. Let's see this with an example. If in a shop there is a row of red apples and a row of oranges. So in this, each row consists of a different type of fruit and each of them represents a different array. Now, I can't add an orange in a row of apples or apple in the row of oranges. Likewise, an array consists of a row or rows of similar data type elements. If I want to add an element into an predefined array, that element should be of a same data type as that of the array. Need for arrays. Here we can understand what is the need of arrays in the programming with a small example. If I want to store the roll number of 10 students in a program, what will I do? I will create 10 different variables like A, B, C, D and up to J and will store all the register numbers in each variable. But if the count of the students rises up to 100, is that possible for me to create 100 different variables every time? No. So, in such case, if I create a single variable and group all these 100 roll numbers into a single group and store this in a single variable, will it be so easy for me? So, that's the purpose of arrays. Instead of creating 100 variable, we will create a single variable and store all of the similar data elements in that single variable. So, hope you are clear with what is the need of the arrays. So this is a real-time example to understand what is the difference between a one-dimensional and two-dimensional arrays. If I'm having 16 apples and arranging them in a single line and numbering from 0 to 15 and calling the apple by apple 0, apple 1, apple 2 and apple 16. So calling them by a only one value is represent it is an one-dimensional arrays. If the arrangement of the apples changes like this, if I'm having a 2 rows and arranging 8 apples in a row, or else 4 rows and 4 apples in a row, or else in 8 rows and 2 apples in each row. Likewise, the arrangement of the apples changes into 2 dimensions into a row and column, and now I can call an apple by using their row number and column number. This represents an example of a two-dimensional arrays. Arrangement of arrays. Note this point, an index of an array always starts with an address 0. If I am having an array and already have a number and already have an element in the 0th position, the new element entering the array takes the next address value, that is 1. So likewise, a new array element every time entering an array holds the next address. The next point is an array can be defined by first the data type of an array like integer, character, string likewise, and next the name of the array and with the size of the array inside a square bracket. So in a one-dimensional array, the size of the array will be a single value. But in case of two-dimensional arrays, it is represented by the size of row and size of column. So the definition is same. The first we want to define what is the data type of an array, the name of the array, and then we need to tell what is the size of the row at the first square bracket and what is the size of the column in the second square bracket. And an element from an array can be accessed through its address value. And the another important point to be noted is an array already declared with the size at the initial stage of the programming can't be altered while doing the program. An array of characters are called string. One-dimensional array. Now we can see this with an example. Now I'm having four numbers 23, 56, 2 and 89. Now I want to create an array named student and want to store all these four numbers inside that. What will I do is first I will declare the array by the data type integer and the name of the array student and the size of the array inside a square bracket which is 4. Now I want to define what is the number to be stored at inside the every position. So here the size of the array is 4 and index values range from 0 and up to 3. As we said before, the index of an array always starts with 0 and ends up to n minus 1. So here I am defining at the 0th position I'm storing the value 23, and at one position I'm storing the value 56. Likewise goes on, and after that I'm creating after that an array is created, your array will be look like this, shown at the right side of the program. So if I want to call an element like this, if I want to call the element 89, what will I do is I will just say the name of the array with the uh, index value of that element. So the name of the array is student, and the index value of 89 is 3. That should be entered inside the square bracket to call that element. So this is an example of a two-dimensional arrays. Here also we are taking the same example 23, 56, 2 and 89, and we need to store this in a array named student but with a size 2 rows and 2 columns. So here also the index of the rows and columns starts with 0, 0. First I want to declare that array with the data type integer, the name of the array student, and size of the array which is 2, and size of the column which is also 2. And I want to assign what are the values to be stored in each index values. So at the 0th row and at the 0th column I am storing 23, and 0th row and first column I am storing 56. Likewise it goes on, and after that I am creating an array. Your array will be look like this, shown at the right side of the program. And if I here also if I want to call the element 89 from that array, what will I do is first I will call the array name student with the row number and the column number inside the square bracket. So the row number of 89 is 1 and the column number of 89 is also 1. So I will call like this student 1 in first square bracket and 1 at the second square bracket. So hope you all are clear with what is the concept of array and what is one dimensional and two dimensional array. Hope you all like this video. Thank you.